Hello. This is the following day from the meet and greet, which I came up to train yesterday immediately after, and it started pouring. You guys can't see it, but it's literally fucking pouring again. I was supposed to do legs yesterday, wasn't feeling it because the social battery was just extremely low. And first and foremost, thank you to the highest max, if that makes sense. To everybody who came out, meet and greet. Ace brought me fucking cookies. People brought me shakers, stuff to sign. I signed a shaker, which is weird because like I don't even think I have a signature. But super cool, and even the vitamin shop staff that was there was cool. Some of them came in like that were off duty just to like see, because again the morality and the concept of yesterday was just everybody was just supposed to taste everything and anything. What stuck out the most for me was when a older couple who had no idea about raw nutrition and bum came, and she was like, she's done marketing before, and she was like, I'm a big avid coffee drinker and this and that, which is funny because if you look at the bum energy, the back of it is like this equals 1 cup of coffee, and obviously because it's super clean and XYZ, so like that one really stuck out because like that's a crowd that has nothing to do with the gym or just like literally like imagine your mom and dad like buying supplements that support you. So we're doing push. I asked Siri to flip a coin. She flipped the coin, it's heads, so I can muster through a pushing session, but I cannot muster through a leg session. So we'll be doing legs tomorrow.
Sippin' OJ and the Chris, model with me, she lit. Black leather venom and trench, $1,000 gold on my wrist. This bitch drinking me, she a fish. It's salt that they sprinkle on stick. I do a lot of things, but don't miss. Your baby mama know that I'm it. Fuck on, never won't live. She caught for her favors and help. Quit the game, but you know I'm a player. All that's all on the killing the snails. Load they out up, I'm ready to sell. It's some G33 out in hell. And I praying my niggas are well. And I told you I still will prevail. Come on, ain't tryna be late. Got a show on, gon' call straight. Couldn't be way out the way. Pick a time and a place. I done seen how niggas fit size. Like, nah, I'm straight. Bitch bad, got through her thighs. She fine, okay. She still got her pills. I took her to sales. I cut like a flare. Got a Cuban, I don't wanna lean. I clear all the tabs. They pay for their abs. I put fat in my craft. And for now, I don't keep receipts. On the grind, I'm knee deep. These rhymes paid on my lease. She fine, speaking in Greek. Big vibes, we out in Greece. High, stimulate my mind, tryna reach my peak. High, young gun to the sky, you know I get fleet. Fly OJ and the Chris, model with me, she lit. Black leather venom and trench, $1,000 gold on my wrist. This bitch drinking me, she a fish. It's salt that they sprinkle on stick. I do a lot of things, but don't miss. Your baby mama know that I'm it. Fuck on, never won't live. She caught for her favors and help. Quit the game, but you know I'm a player. All that's all on the killing the snails. Load they out up, I'm ready to sell. It's some G33 out in hell. And I praying my niggas are well. And I told you I still will prevail. Let the Lord, I don't take it for granted.
I'm looking at very stupid stuff. So the extent of which this actually happens is very probable, but we finished up what would probably be a very fast clip of the training session, and I was just catching up with the boys. Should have definitely hit legs, but I'll hit legs tomorrow. This is the first time in a long time where I'm like, I don't want to do legs, or I didn't want to do legs, but just because I like the importance of legs and I want to make sure I'm actually dialed in. But yeah, but just closing out, is that a thing? All right, well, those boxes over there, because again, it was a test trial. The concept of it was or taste testing. I forget how much I said at the beginning of the clip because I was on pre, but it was literally to get the product or products in other people's mouths, for lack of better terms, that have not been introduced to said brands. If I'm not mistaken, I think each venue has a different box and like trade or like whatever in that sense, in terms of like what to try out. And I'm going to reach back out to Hunter and I believe it's Aaron on the demo team that again, they set it up. They gave me the opportunity. They're helping me lead. When you look at it in different states and stuff like that, they're a little different in terms of like what they want to push out in that sense. But it will still be very much of the nature of just still trying to get them to try whatever is on the table and expand their taste buds to that extent. But on the more personal side of things, there were a few that came up to the table that have just been following me and stuff like that. Granted that the gym far from us, from where I actually reside and stuff like that. So for those of you that have come up there because of the social media and stuff like that, to have either trained or just like use the facility and stuff like that, which is awesome. My life is still like accustomed down here to that extent, obviously being that I reside here. But those that don't want to make the effort and stuff like that, which I'm not asking you to, but they have come to the event and like stuff like that, and I just put put up literally a last minute post. I'm also way past like the algorithms in that sense. Obviously like for Powerhouse and stuff like that, like I'm making sure like I'm on par timing and stuff like that because it's just, you know, social marketing. But for myself, like I'm not really doing it for clicks anymore and stuff like that. I feel like the message just means a lot more to me and to the people who are following me, that I do have that much more of a reach on, I don't know, on a more personal level, because like I did a little rabbit hole reel or like explore page scroll, which I actually don't not enjoy anymore, only because like if you actually clean your social media up and like stop following people you don't want to keep up with, or just like shit you don't want to see, like For You page and your recommended becomes stuff you want to see. So like on the note that I just explained, I believe it's Maddie Fusaro, I saw like one of his posts and he was saying the negative about social media, and I've always had that connotation, obviously just that being my life, just media in general, of like the negativity, the subliminals, or like the hate, or like the fuck this guy, fuck that guy, you know, like whatever. It's been very persistent, and where I don't know, I feel like we're very, I don't say fear driven, but we're very hate operated. And today, like wherever there's commotion and chaos, as much as we think we control it, it's both one and the same. It's doing something you can't. And when it comes to criticism on that, you know, on a three-dimensional statement, if you want to see who rules above you, see who you can't criticize. That incubates in my mind social media to the T, because again, while I've had conversations on that end of just like, I don't get why hate is like such a familiar, like everybody's favorite subject nowadays. And on the flip side of Maddie's post was what social media can actually do for you, right? Like a complete stranger can become a friend, plenty of obviously like business opportunities if and when you want to choose that route to do social media. But even still, just lining up people on your path. So like the way I like to see it is, like imposter syndrome on social media is a very big thing. Like, right, the influencers trying to do this or do that or like anything to that extent. And I didn't really sell out for clicks in that sense. Like I didn't really want to. I don't really cloud my or cap my speech to that extent, you know, like, and not that I'm on here saying like, you know, fuck everything and everyone. When you do get in those emotional pockets, I made a promise to myself to be able to bleed through the lens in that sense of combining emotional intelligence and like a logistical level, and not just emotionally speaking, not just coming on here and ranting, even though that's what like sometimes the podcasts are for. I feel like where I could use that opportunity to have people either like adhere to my journey or like help them with it, or like, hey, like I've been through it, and I think I've said it multiple times that pain is an adherence. If you've been through it, you can talk on it, period. And that's often what grows people closer to you. And not even on a transactional standpoint, but just like helping somebody get past like that hump in their life and stuff like that. That's why social media has always been held to a higher standard for me. And you know, where some, and even myself included, painted it as like that this is the worst thing that ever happened for our generation. It depends, because we said the iPhones were the worst thing. Again, that also depends, because like as much as this and like all of it's a problem, you could also just literally do that and put it away. That's, you know, like along the lines of which I told people, and even in the post I just made. Yeah, I think the message is more important than the transaction. And when it came to social media, I often confuse that transaction, not in like a business sense. So when I was using transaction before, I meant like literally over a money value. Trade-off is with my appreciation towards social media is I'm not attaching an amount to it when it comes to that. Like if it comes to somebody, like the message holds more weight than like whatever currency I can yield from it. And that's always been my biggest thing. So I'm super happy again on that, to that extent. And I'm not going to share stories were told to me via, you know, the few hours that I was there, for the couple of minutes that they came in and, you know, like said like XYZ, this and that, or like I know of him, who knows of you, who knows of this, who knows of that. Which is like awesome, because again, like just as much as there is that much good out there, there is also that much bad out there about me, and that's just the reality. Grown men don't hold their tongue to that extent. On the flip side of it, if and when I did wrong, I expect no different from negative connotation given towards me, but where you do have a choice, going back to what I said before, in the same respect, not just picking up the camera and just like 1,000 miles an hour in terms of like, you know, because when I say bleed through the lens and vent to the camera, it's mainly to my extent on the learning curve of it, not so much of like he did this to me or she did that to me, because it's like that's just gonna stir the pot, and like for what, at the end of the day, just get over it and on to the next. And that's always been the learning curve for me, and I haven't even been able to close out and say thank you for the birthday wishes and shit like that, and this is gonna be a little long, and I'm sorry. It's crazy. I mean, like, I was gonna use the first, like, day or two of August to be, like, July recap and stuff like that, and then, like, the first few days, that's when Hunter and the demo team reached out, and they were like, hey, and obviously I could have said no, but, like, I didn't want to, because, again, it's just another opportunity, and, again, prospectively, it's in the field, and the team that's been supporting me from the very beginning, they were like, do you want this opportunity, XYZ, and I was like, yeah, of course. And that's where we're at. So check the Instagram post on where I'll be and when I will be, because I'm not just going to regurgitate the information there. And if you're not following the Instagram, you are sleeping. I should be sleeping because it's 11:30. I'm going to try to get this up in the morning for you guys, or like late afternoon. But just a quick video, quick recap, little like mental reset. Because again, like I took the entire weekend off, like, and by off, I mean like still went to the gym and stuff like that, but just like I was not there. Physically, I was there. Mentally, I was not present just because of the, oh my God, like that toll, that social battery. I'm probably the most antisocial person, you know, because like as much as I say that this is what keeps me connected with reality, which I'm super excited about, because otherwise I'm just here editing behind the screen, and it's very above first world problem in terms of like, I don't know, like a complaint and stuff like that. I got to find a way to get back to like the real world in that sense, because even like when I'm at the gym, it's still very like secluded and like very controlled environment, because like everybody has things going our way, which I don't know if I want to change. But as of right now, a million times over, thank you for obviously, and again, it started with Code Yanni, and I don't push it enough, and I should. I do a terrible job at promoting myself, when more often than not I don't need the promotion because of just the quality of work, and I humbly say that. It's a part of my ego if it came off that way, but I'm proud of my work. I'm proud of what I do, and that's also a line I couldn't quote a couple months back. So like I'm super happy with everything, and here I am trying to justify an extremely stupid decision with this new A7R4. But we'll see. We'll see. So thank you guys. If you are new, subscribe. We will get back to the more fun content. I almost said funner. The more fun content, and just like more raw working out and stuff like that, because the girls are on vacation, so I will have like a little more time to do like a little more like maybe cinematics, maybe more like raw edits and stuff like that, but definitely do a good job at like balancing both. But thank you guys. We will see you when I see you. Code Yanni, and be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Peace.